Hey there, Mrs. Freeze here. I am here to walk you through exactly how to create your digital art project. So, just as a recap, the past couple of weeks, you chose a topic about Lexington, Kentucky that actually interests you. And if you haven't done that yet, it's important, like, that's the first thing you do. You're going to pick one thing about Lexington, Kentucky that makes it unique and something that you would actually like to create a project on. And remember, this project requires that you research that topic. So some of you picked topics like, you're sports fans. So you picked like the UK Kentucky Wildcat basketball, which would have been a great topic because there's so much information out there about it. Or if sports isn't your thing, then maybe you picked like Jif peanut butter and the history of Jif peanut butter, which has its headquarters here in Lexington. If you love nature, maybe you picked Ravens Run Nature Sanctuary, which is where really cool hiking trails are here in Lexington. So it was really up to you to pick one thing about Lexington that really interests you. And then you conducted 12 pieces, you found 12 facts online about your topic. Let me just show you. I'm going to switch away from this screen for just a second to show you this screen now. I want to go through very quickly what you might be missing. Keep in mind, at any point that you are missing something, it's going to be showing you right here in your to-do list. Your to-do list shows you missing assignments for me. Mine shows things that I need to grade. So right here, the to-do list is a really powerful part of Canva, and it's really important that you're always watching that very carefully. I always get students that are like, hey, do I have any missing work for you? And I'm like, check your to-do list. That'll list exactly the things that you're missing. And there's two different achievement grades that we've had so far in design class. And the first one was in our inquiry week. Remember, the very beginning of the design cycle is all about inquiry. It's asking questions and conducting research, putting together the project in your head, basically. And the very first grade you had was this one. It was called inquiry research. You picked your topic and you found 12 facts online about your topic, and it went into this grade right here, inquiry research. Then the second assignment, we've had assignments before this, but the second big achievement grade was this one, which was last week. Development. It was a Canva quiz. So it was me introducing you to Canva. And Canva is the really cool program that we are going to use to turn your research into a fantastic looking digital art project. Let me show you just very quickly, and I've shown these to you a million times in class, but just in case, I wanted to show you this as well. This is the examples of infographics. So infographics are just like they sound. It's a bunch of information put into a graphic. So the info that is going to be your research. So it's lots of different facts about your topic, and you're going to put that in a really creative, artistic way into a graphic. So this is a really cool infographic. This one's about Kentucky, different facts about it. Here's another one, which is a really great timeline. So infographics can definitely be beautiful looking timelines as well. Here's another one. This one's on the Chrysler Building. Of course, the Chrysler Building's in New York City, not Lexington, Kentucky, but at least it shows you some really cool facts about the Chrysler Building, different how it stacks up against different buildings and things like that. And then here's one more example. Visually, aesthetically pleasing information in a very informative way. So Mrs. Freeze, how would I take my research and turn it into something like this? Well, let me introduce you now to Canva. Now, I hate that Canva, let me record this tab. There we go. I kind of hate that Canva sounds so much like Canvas, because Canvas is where, obviously, where all of your school stuff is. Canva, Canva, is a completely different program. And to be quite honest with you, I think you're going to get obsessed with Canva. I'm obsessed with Canva because you can seriously create anything you want, from a birthday party invitation to a poster for school to really, really cool looking professional PowerPoint presentations that you might need for class. Like, the possibilities are endless. And the best part about Canva is that it's completely free and it is really, really easy. You don't have to be an artist to create really artistic looking cool stuff. Okay, so what you're going to do is right here, as soon as you log in, and remember, when you go to canva.com, as you can see that I have right here, canva.com, canva.com, you're going to create an account for the first time. And that account, you're going to use your FCPS student email address. So your Fayette County Public Schools, Tates Creek Middle School email address, which is your first name dot last name at stu.fayette.kyschools.us. And then, of course, put in whatever password you want, and then you're going to click student because that's the type of person you are going into this account. And the first thing that's going to pop up is your home screen, which looks just like mine. What I think you can pick any format you want to. So for your project, you might think like, oh, I might do a poster format, or I might do this. I suggest doing an infographic because an infographic already knows that you want a lot of information on one page. So what I did was I clicked infographic, and now look what I have in front of me. This is my blank infographic where I'm going to be putting lots and lots of information. I'm basically going to cut and paste my research that I already did, and I'm going to put it into this infographic in a cool way. All right, so let's see here. Right here on this side are all the different templates that I can use. And remember, you can customize any of this stuff that you want to. I think I'm probably going to pick, just for as an example, maybe this one, because I like the colors. I like how it's laid out. I'm going to click on that, and notice the best part of this is that it's free. Remember, in Canva, some things are free and some things are not free. You can always tell if something is free if you hover over it. Like this one's free because I hovered over this one and it says free. But if you hover over it and something pops up that looks like a little dollar sign, don't pick that because it costs money. And at no point should you be spending money on this at all. You should definitely just pick all the free stuff. You can make really cool free stuff in Canva. So here's this one. Brief history of sports. This is totally an example, right? I'm not doing the brief history of sports. I'm doing my Lexington topic, just like you are. And notice right over here, let me move this screen. Oh, it's not letting me. Darn. Just get rid of that real quick. If you'll notice right here, it says 35%, but the writing you can tell in this infographic is really, really small. So if you want to zoom in on certain parts of it and like work with it as, one batch at a time, which I highly recommend, come over here and just make it bigger. So right now we're seeing 35%. Let's go up to like 50%. Okay, that's a little bit better. Notice I can see the top and the bottom. It's still really small to me. So I'm going to go up maybe even 75. Okay, perfect. Now we're talking. So take a look. It's still a very long infographic like this, but at least I can kind of work on it in different pieces or different parts. Perfect. Now notice when I'm hovering over stuff, it's going to let me edit any of this stuff. So for example, this bowling ball, I don't need a bowling ball. So I'm just going to click on it and I'm going to click delete on my keyboard. And I don't need this baseball. I'm just going to click delete there. I'm going to click this right here. And then notice up here, it says a brief history of sports. I don't want that. I'm going to change it to what my topic is. So any of this stuff you can customize. I'm going to erase all of this. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and title mine what my topic actually is. And I've decided for mine, I'm going to do Mary Todd Lincoln. So notice I just popped that in. And now I can do so many different things with this. I can make it much smaller by grabbing it here in these corners or going this way maybe. A lot of Canva is messing around with it, playing with the different features. You get good at it very, very quickly. But just know anything you pick, you can customize and edit. So I have Mary Todd Lincoln. That looks pretty good to me for right now. I might add in like a cool graphic down here, something later. But for the most part, I'm feeling pretty good about this title. Keep in mind, too, if I don't like this color, I can click on this box. Like, I really actually love this color, but I'm just going to change it just to sort of show you what to do. So you'll click on the box, and then it'll show you what color the box is right here. You just click that, and then it'll give you tons of different options of different colors that you can pick. So I'm going to pick something that I feel like is very like Mary Todd Lincoln. Maybe this yellow over here, this purple. I'll do purple just because it's really vibrant and it's also one of my very most favorite colors. So there's that. Now, notice this example shows you history of sports because it's just like an example. But what I need to do is to pop in my information from my research about Mary Todd Lincoln. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over here to where I actually have my research, or at least an example of my research. Sorry, let me move that right there. So now you can see, just like how you had to find 12 facts about your topic, I found 12 facts about my topic. But remember what I said last week. You do not have to put all 12 of your facts in your digital art project. You only have to pick 8 different facts that you think would be from your 12 facts that would go into your digital art project. So it's not as much work as you might have thought. It's not all 12. It's just 8 of those 12. So here's my 8. Take a look. And most of these I found from the marytoddlincolnhouse.org. That's what MTL House stands for. You can see that. Each one of these, if you'll notice, like take a look at my number 1. Mary Todd Lincoln was born in Lexington, Kentucky, to a wealthy political family on December 13th, 1818. And right after that quote, I have in parentheses where it came from, Mary Todd Lincoln House, mtlhouse.org. Perfect. I got that directly from that website. I'm quoting the website. I'm putting it in parentheses afterwards. We're good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click copy. So you can do Control C, that's copy, if you didn't know that, on your keyboard. Or of course you can come up here and go to File and then click Edit, and then click Copy right here. And that'll copy that for you as well. But we're going to work on this like one piece of information at a time. So I copied that, and now I'm going to go pop it into my design. So I'm going to go back over this way. Move that there. Perfect. Oh, sorry. No. There we go. Sorry about that. Let me move it to here. All right. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to get rid of all of this first one, because obviously we're not doing anything about bowling, right? I'm going to get rid of that one maybe too. And right here, I'm just going to pop in. I'm going to go Control V, and I'm going to paste in there my quote. And what you can do is, I like that font. But if I didn't like that font, or I wanted to make this bigger, I could just highlight the whole thing and come right up here. Just like in a Word document or in a Google Doc, I can change the font to something that I might like a little bit better, or it might stand out or look cooler to me. Maybe something like that. No, I don't like that one. I'm going to go with something really bold. Something like that, maybe, which might be what I had before. I love it. I like that. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make this part that's about my source or where it came from. I'm going to make that a different font. Oh, I guess it makes the whole thing that way. That's okay. Perfect. So we'll do something like that. All right. So look, I've already got this. Now, let's say I don't really like this yellow color. It's not standing out to me. But remember, I can always just go right up here and click whatever color that I might want instead. I think to go with my purple, I might do like a really cool blue, something like that. Oh, I'm liking that a lot. I like that next to my purple. Perfect. Now, of course, the whole point of an infographic is that you're adding in pictures. Now, notice, Mary Todd Lincoln was born in Lexington, Kentucky, to a wealthy political family on December 13th, 1818. I want to add a picture over here. I think that would look really cool and really make it stand out. And I want my picture to be about, Mary Todd Lincoln's early days, maybe about her as a baby or her birth or the Mary Todd Lincoln house, because I think that would go very nicely with my quote that I have here. So what you can do is you can cut and paste, or basically copy and paste a image directly from Google. So you can search anything you want to take it and add it into this. Let me show you how you do that. So I'm going to go to the Mary Todd Lincoln House website, the one where I got so many different pieces of my research. And here it is. The Mary Todd Lincoln House has a fantastic website where I got so much information from. right here. And here's some pictures of her. So here's one. Now there's her with actually Abraham Lincoln, which comes way later when she actually gets married. I'm going to pick the one that looks the youngest of her, since my quote is about her being very young. I'm going to pick this one. You can tell that she's the youngest in this. And all I'm going to do is right-click my mouse on it and click Copy Image. Or I can easily just click Control-C to try and copy that image as well. I'm going to copy it, and it doesn't tell you that it's copied it, but it is. And then now I'm going to go back over to my in progress project in Canva. Here we are. And I'm just going to right click again and click paste. Or Control V, which gives you that paste. And look, there she is. Perfect. Now, she's in the middle of everything here, which is not where I want her at all, but you just grab her, you know what I mean? Grab the picture, and you can make it much smaller if you would like to. And you can put it exactly where you want it to go. Like if I wanted to put it right here, I totally could. That's kind of small to me. If I wanted to get real artsy, maybe I'll use this feature right here. It's this button right down here to make it go off to the side, and then I can make it look like a scrapbook style, like kind of off like that. That might drive you crazy. It's kind of driving me crazy. I think I like it better completely straightened, but at least you can kind of see that you have options with that, right? So maybe I want to put that there. Or maybe I also want to add some clip art to this, right? So if she was born in Lexington, let me go over here and add in some really cool stuff over here as well. I could go over here to Elements, and I can search anything that I might need to search right up here. So I wonder, because it's Lexington, and Lexington's known for horses, I'm going to type in horses and just sort of see what it brings up. So maybe I can put a horse right over here next to her to kind of show, like, yes, she was born in Lexington. Ooh, I really like this one because it's realistic and cool looking, and it says free, which is awesome. I'm going to click on this horse right here. Ooh, and then notice it's very big and right here in the middle. I'm just going to pull it up here. I'm going to make it much smaller, something like that. Maybe I'll overlap it on this right here, so that way we're kind of able to see this, right? Now, I'm not totally in love with this, to be honest with you. I'd probably tweak it and do some other things to it, but you can at least see like all the things that Canva is capable of. You can add in photos from Google. You can use Canva. Canva has so many different little pictures and things that you can add all over the place. For example, what I often do is I put in line, and it gives you some really cool lines and things. If I wanted to add this one in, then I can put that right up here. I'm going to change the color real quick so that way you can see it on my purple, something like that. And then what you can do is you can add in really cool borders and things like that to make it give it a really cool graphic look, just things like this. So you can see that. Now, what I would be ready for next is the next box where I can go to right here. Obviously, I would erase all this stuff about baseball, and I would put in my next fact about Mary Todd Lincoln. And then maybe over here, I'm going to add in another picture. And then I would just keep going and going and going, making sure that I have at least 8 of my facts in this infographic. Remember, you can totally start from scratch. You don't have to use an infographic template. But you're more than welcome to if you'd like to. Another thing too is, let's say you want to just add in some text. Go right here to the text option, and if you click this right here, one of these 3, it's going to pop in another text box for you. So you can write in whatever else that you want to, and then you would be able to move it wherever you might want it to go as well. So this is just the bare bones basics of how to get started with Canva, and especially how to get started and moving your research that you've already done into a really cool graphic. Last thing I want to mention, because I do have fantastic artists out there, if you are one of those awesome artists, remember, you can create whatever you want to on paper or on your iPad with your stylus or whatever, and upload your work into Canva and talk about a really cool option, because then you're personalizing it and making it look exactly the way that you want it to. So remember, there should be a lot of pictures. There should be at least 8 different facts about your topic. I do not expect for you to finish this today in class. I'm giving you 3 different class periods to be able to do this. Towards the end, on that second and third day, I'm going to ask for you to screen share with me in our Zoom what your progress is so far. So that way I can help with things or give you suggestions. Maybe I might put you guys together to be able to give you each other feedback and things like that. So basically get started. And when you run into problems, let me know and we'll work on it in class coming up as well. All right. As always, write me in Canvas if you have any questions, and of course, email me as well. All right. Thanks, guys.